play Liquid.Ret against ESC.GoOdy, and we saw Goody playing today. We already saw Ret playing today. Now let me just start this VOD here. And now I am even in the mood for an all-international special Andre introduction. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, meine Damen und Herren, señores y señoras. Good evening, guten Abend, buonasera, buenas noches, bonsoir, good avond, buonanotte, good kveld, dobre večer, dobre večer, jo estet, kivano, grüezi wohl, grüß Gott, salam alaikum, shalom, konnichiwa, xin chao, ni hao, annyeong, namaste, kamusta, iaonara, bonum vesperum, my friends from all over the world. This is the Team Liquid Open number 19. It is Liquid.Ret playing against ESC.GoOdy. He's spawning here as the purple Terran in the bottom left, Liquid.Ret here as the teal Zerg player in the bottom right. So Goody was just able to take out a Korean Protoss player named Korean Protoss player of the tournament. Now, of course, playing against Ret might be a little bit different because Ret is used to getting attacked early on in the game, and most of the time when Goody is playing, he is just going for a Marine Hellion drop elevated play, or he is just going for double Marine pressure, and then he just transitions into a lot of siege tanks and basically wins his games. Now, what is Ret going to do? Ret is going to, most of the time, he's just macroing up stuff. We already saw one very close and entertaining game where he was playing against this Danish Zerg player, and he was just about to get attacked. He spotted those units, and oh yeah, I have like 2 Zerglings on the field. He's moving in with Void Race, Zealots, and Stalkers, and Sentries. Let me just build some more drones. In the end, he won the game because he just had absolutely superior macro power. And now let's take a look at this. If there's going to be some superior macro power once again. Goody, if he's not going for some sort of double Marine, which he does do very rarely, most of the time it's just those Marine Hellion elevator play, he sometimes likes to go for a Reaper with a bunker attack. Yesterday I was casting the finals for the second qualifier for the ESC Masters Cup, where Morrow was playing against the Goody in the finals, and Goody in one game was even successful to pull off a Reaper bunker rush, and with this one he was able to take the game. Now he is an SCV already, and he's most likely going to build a bunker any second now. Ret does spot this SCV, so that's why Ret is immediately repelling this SCV. So now a Reaper is in production, and looks like a drone was under attack. Looks like the drone might have even been taken out. Now 2 SCVs are getting moved over here. He's got a third one already waiting, and looks like Goody really wants to go for some bunker play. Now this bunker, I'm not sure if it will have enough range to attack the hatchery. Ret immediately moving over here with his drones. Got 2 Zerglings, 2 Queens in production. Here is the first Reaper. The Reaper is attacking those Zerglings right about now. And the drones, the SCV has been killed, but like I told you already, he brought 2 more SCVs down there. Now this Reaper can just already damage and even force a cancel on this Spine Crawler. He is making a second bunker right now, so now he needs to just kill some drones with this Reaper. But this bunker has finished in time, so he will be able to jump up the cliff and do some damage from within the bunker. But 2 Queens are already on the field, and now with the last SCV gone, it is just those 2 bunkers, the one not really finished, the other one already a little bit damaged. Now he's not attacking this bunker just yet, he's just taking quite some damage here from the hatchery, and Ret is attacking and taking out this bunker. So only is now this bunker left, 8 more Zerglings in production, and now this hatchery is getting quite low. Now Ret even using his drones to take this one out. Still there are 3 drones, 3 Reapers now here in total, took out quite some drones. Let's see how many, 6 in total. Ret was able to take out 3 STVs, and with this hatchery losing already 800 HP, Goody might be able to do some more damage. Now here are the Reapers taking out this Queen and some more drones. Now there's only this one Queen left. The Queen tries to do some damage. Here are the Zerglings, and when the Zerglings Zerglings now might be able to clear this up. Goody still doing some damage to the surround, just not fully gets through, even though he was able to take out one single Reaper. Now this Reaper is getting misrallied, get taken out. Oh, he could have done a little bit more, but he did already do some nice damage. Now taking out a total amount of 12 drones is a good thing, but keep in mind his command center is not even finished. Another 35 for the orbital, another 10-15 to land it here at the natural. Now Goody's follow-up play will be the Blue Flame Hellions. But let's take a look at the harvester count right now, because we want to see how much behind in terms of harvesters Liquid.Ret is. But actually take a look at this. He macroed up stuff, and he macroed up a lot of stuff. Now 32 drones compared to the 25 SCVs. Of course, in the 7 to 10 minute marks, it's absolutely normal that the Zerg player is going to have more drones. The difficult thing for the Zerg player is to secure a second expansion, a third base right now. How many queens do we have on the field? It's just this one single queen here at the natural expansion, so there were no injects possible on this hatchery here at the main base. Still Red now having his queen out in the main base, allowing him to just go for the injects here once again. Hatchery extractor is coming up for Red here at his main base. Now Goody transferred over some SCVs, immediately going for the refineries, building a bunker here, and there he is having the Blue Flame about to finish, even queuing up the siege mode right away, so we know where this is going from here. And it's up to those Blue Flamers to do some damage. Let's take a look at how many forces does Red have on the field. It is 4 Zerglings and then only this one single drone, the single queen. But he's got a roach drone finished, 4 roaches in production, the Zergling speed in the next 10 seconds, and there is the evolution chamber halfway done. And he's even getting another hatchery here at the 2 o'clock location. Now there is the Medivac. Goody is now moving in with the Medivac. Where are those roaches? Here are 2 of those. Not too many. Now there are the SCVs, the drones getting attacked by the Hellions. There are the roaches, and the Zerglings did block the Hellions, so he was able to just get a free Hellion kill here. Goody now needs to lift up those Hellions once again, needs to pull back. Does he know about this base? I don't think so, and yes, he does not know about this. Dropping in here might not be the smartest thing to go for. The queen is already rating, so he's not checking for any other expansion. But if you're playing against Red, you basically have to check for other expansion. Now, there is this Viking. The Viking is going to take out this Overlord. Did it kill already another Overlord? No, it was the first. It was his first. So, looks like we might have a second here. Is the Queen going to move over here? Oh, yes, and he's not going for an inject. Oh, Red just rather tries to scare off this Viking, but Goody is just, of course, on top of his micro, doing a good job there in that regard. Now, this hatchery is finished. Red already having some drones. He is going for the +1 ground armor, the carapace. Now, Goody losing his Viking, getting the +1 mecha tech, the +1 armor, adding another command center. Where is it? Here it is. We see a reactor getting built on this factory. We see a tech lab here on the second one, and he's now going for a Raven. I like that Goody is going for a Raven. He's one of the few players who is going for a Raven in TVZ, and I mean, do I would spend 240 or 270 minerals every time I'm going to try to get rid of some creep tumors, or do I just invest 100 minerals and 200 gas? Let me think about it. And most of the programmers actually say, oh yeah, I just invest like 1,000 minerals opportunity cost here with a constant scanning. So I really like this. Now there is the command center for Goody. Is it going to get lifted up and made into a planetary here at the bottom left center? Or is it time for an orbital? And it is orbital time for Goody. Now 2 active creep tumors at the front. Would like to see some more here in this area. Maybe a single one here at the top. Now, let's take a look at the total amount of harvesters killed. With the blue flamers early on and with the reapers, we have a total of 18 drones killed. by Goody, but the harvester count is still a 70 drones against 60 SCVs, Ret being in the lead. Still Goody got 3 orbitals here, so he will be having 3 mules. Now a single scouting unit here got taken out, and I really like that Ret is splitting his overlords to see if there are any hidden bases. He's got his overlords everywhere, and now we're going to now let's everybody take a look at the minimap in the bottom left. And now I'm going to the vision of Ret. And I mean, he basically sees everything. Yes, he's going to lose an overlord or two, but because of his creep spread, his zerglings and roaches at the Zelnaga watchtower and everything else, he's just able to see absolutely everything. Got another hatchery here in the top right up, going for extractor number 7 and 8. He's already mining from those two, and this puts him in a very good position. Now the roaches try to attack at the front, of course, running or with the roaches into Thors and siege tanks. Let me think of, not a good idea, absolutely not. Still, 30 more roaches in production for Ret. Ret is going to get his 5th expansion. He's currently at 155 supply. He's going to get his hive tech as well. He's got the spire already, so he is able to just go for possible Broodlord play right away. Still not many upgrades. He's still got only the +1 ground carapace, not any melee attack upgrades, not any ranged attack upgrades for all those roaches. And if you want to have if you want those roaches to be successful against the metal, which Goody is having, you need those attack upgrades on the roaches, otherwise you might just not do enough damage just in time. The roaches here at the Zelnaga will get taken out. The blue flamers, the Thors and the tanks just do a little bit too much damage. Now Ret most likely is going to lose this base. Here are the roaches trying to go for an attack from the back. And will they go attack in the back, and they will just take out some reinforcements here? This is of course already a good thing to go for. Now thus a hatchery is already getting taken out. Here are the roaches trying to do as much damage as possible. Ret is losing quite some roaches, and now the Hellions help out quite a bit. Yesterday or 2 days ago we saw Show just being really successful with Hellions even against roaches. Now this tank is doing some additional damage, and all those roaches get evaporated. Now let's take a look at the units lost tab. There we can see Ret is behind 4,100 resources already. Now more roaches were moving in, taking out all those remaining siege tanks. He is pulling back with those right now, and he's got the greatest spire. The Devil's Head in the making, just needs another 25 more seconds to get finished. Now, Corruptor's already making more roach in production, and the +2 mech attack and the +2 mech armor is getting researched right now. So Goody secured himself a 3rd base, and he's going for another command center. Here it is, and he wants to most likely go for this base as well. There's not any overlords pooping some goo out. The supply is 161 for Ret, 155 for Goody, because Ret just sacrificed roaches over and over and over again. Still, he's got quite a good income with his 82 drones at the moment. We can take a look at the income tab. They're slightly ahead in terms of minerals, but more importantly, he is mining so much more gas right now. Getting another hatchery here in the top right might be a little bit less risky than this hatchery here in the bottom right location. There are some roaches taking out this missile turret, and there are the roaches moving up the ramp. Okay, no base there, just move back. And even another command center is in production. Looks like Goody wants to go either for this and that expansion, just to secure this base and have those bases secured by ground, or maybe the top left center. I'm not really sure. We will have to see about this. Hellions get taken out in the middle. Ret, of course, is maxed out. He's got 2 Broodlords for roaches and some spines in the making. The total amount of units on the field for Ret is a 42 roaches, and a total of 6 Broodlords pretty soon. The army supply is 116 versus 118 basically, meaning that the army of Goody is slightly bigger. But here are the Broodlords, 3 Vikings in the making for Goody. Goody's got 3 on the field, 3 more in production, and he will be able to produce some more at the same time. Those roaches got cornered by the Hellions. Of course, Hellions not doing too much damage because roaches are basically colorblind. They don't care what color your Hellion is having. But The Roaches were a good distraction because now here are the Brute Lords moving in, but I think the Vikings might do a little bit too much damage, and Red's supply count is just going down and down. Goody even trying to just lay down double point defense stone, but point defense stones are no any good against Brute Lords, not any good against Roaches. They can be good against Mutas, against Hydras and stuff like this, but not against the units Red is having on the field. Now Red gets some free Hellion kills, always a good thing to have. Still 2 are here trying to go for some damage. Will it be enough though? Most likely not. Now Goody's Meddler with the +2/+2 upgrades is moving in, and Red still not having a single attack upgrade. I mean, he's able to produce tons and tons and tons of Roaches, but maybe a little less tons and a little bit more upgrades would be slightly helpful. And it looks like Red is now able to take out all of those forces. Here are some Mass Overlords. Goody immediately lifting up his Vikings to not get killed by the Roaches and try to kill some more of those Overlords. Red still got the 5 bases where he's mining from, but Goody now pretty soon on base number 4. This command center is finished, this command center is finished as well. Now here are some more Roaches moving in. Roaches immediately just focusing on the siege tanks. He wants to keep the siege tank numbers low, getting the +2 ground carapace upgrade, getting 11 more Roaches. Now we want to see how many Roaches Red already produced. Now let's take a look at the total amount of units lost, and there we see Red is behind 10,000 resources already. And if you're behind 10,000 resources 22 minutes in the game, you're most likely already so dead. But not Red, because Red was able to macro up stuff. Still, he needs to play a little bit more cost effective. Everybody of us already saw a game or two where a Zerg player was really playing cost effective, but Red is really going for the macro-oriented style. He's just having stuff, he's A-moving with stuff, and he is building more stuff just to kill more stuff and rebuild more stuff, basically. But still no upgrades on those Roaches, only the +1 carapace, no attack upgrades at all. And if you're playing against Metal with Roaches, you need those upgrades or you're pretty much dead. Red realizing this, GGing out of the game, and Goody, after 23 minutes and 21 seconds, takes the first game off of Red. A very entertaining game, and let's just see what game number 2 will be able to bring us. Yeah.